U.S. President Joe Biden delivered his first foreign policy speech at the State Department and made news. On the long-running war in Yemen, where Saudi and Emirati forces have allegedly targeted civilians with U.S.-made weapons.
This war has to end. And to underscore our commitment, we are ending all American support for offensive operations in the war in Yemen, including relevant arms sales.
On the weekend coup in Myanmar,
the Burmese military should relinquish power they have seized, release the advocates and activists and officials they have detained, lift the restrictions on telecommunications, and refrain from violence.
And on Russia's imprisonment of the political activist Alexei Navalny.
He should be released immediately and without condition.
Biden's speech, which also touched on China and on reversing the Trump administration's dismantling of U.S. refugee policy, was short but specific, a reflection of the years he spent leading the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. A former U.S. diplomat says he supports Biden's action on Yemen.
The U.S. contributed considerably to that war. Now the U.S. is saying, I will no longer contribute to this war. I will not fuel it with weapons shipments from here. I would like you all, the big powers and the regional powers, to do the same. And that is something new.
The other part of Biden's foreign policy agenda, repairing an agency that lost hundreds of experienced employees and suffered considerable budget cuts during the previous administration. Morale had crashed, especially during the tenure of former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, whom many diplomats believed used the agency to boost his political ambitions. In a separate speech to state employees, Biden said things will be different.
America is back. Diplomacy is back. You are the center of all that I intend to do. You are the heart of it. We're going to rebuild our alliances. We're going to re-engage the world and take on the enormous challenge we face.
The new administration's promise to try to restore the U.S.'s reputation, both at home and around the world. Rosiland Jordan, Al Jazeera, Washington.